Hi everyone, it's Colin McEwen from the New Fly Fisher. In this video, I'm going to talk more about getting organized and avoiding chaos for your upcoming season. We're going to be talking about some new products, some things I've learned from guides in Western USA and Canada, as well as from the competitive fly fishing world about how to get organized and really save yourself a lot of grief. Stay with us. So here it is, right after work, had dinner. I'm gonna probably go upstairs in a few minutes, put on the football game or a hockey game, tie some flies. But one of the things I want to get prepped for is what flies I need and how to organize them. So in the last video, we were talking about how I like to label my fly boxes using this labeler and using different colors to mark whether it's streamers for trout, whether it's bass flies, poppers, dry flies, whatever. The next step is talking about a product that I learned about from guides in the Western USA and Canada who are using it in their boat bags. And when I say boat bag, I'm talking about boat bags like this Orvis Boat Bag, which carries a lot of gear. And there's different ones on the market. They're all good. I like these because they're waterproof. But it's about what they put in those bags that matters. And it's these stacked fly boxes, which have got slits in them, and the ones that the guides like to use, and especially I found in the competitive world, both in Canada and the United States, they like to use these Mayo fly boxes. And these are basically foam slit boxes, as you can see here. They're made in Japan, so very high build quality. I mean, excellent quality. Hinges, the foam, the way they're cut, how they fit together, they're really perfect. They come in different sizes. This is probably my favorite thus far, and I like it just because it fits so well in these boat bags. And I'm going to show you why these are so great. So the guys in the competitive world and of course guides, I mean, they're always going into their boxes and they're always trying to reorganize on the rivers, on lakes, whatever. So they had to come up with a system that they could use to organize their flies. And you can see here, I've got all my poppers for bass all set up here for the upcoming season. And it's a combination of two things. One is that you want to have your fly boxes set up so that it could be you leave these boxes back in your vehicle. You've got a bunch of flies in your fly boxes already organized, you're down the river, and all of a sudden, the pattern that's working, you've run out of. Well, you're not going to freak because you can run back to your vehicle, hopefully, and get some more. For guides on a river, it's not so simple. I mean, they're out there all day, different flies work at different times of the day, so they have to be ready and flexible. So what they've come up with is having all types of different flies. Here's some hoppers, streamers, etc. They're all labeled here. There's my mice patterns. They're all nicely set up in these Mayo fly boxes. And what's great, as you can see, what I've done is I've labeled them as to what they are on the ends using different colors. So I know right away, okay, green is going to be this, red is going to be that, white. And I know some of you are thinking, wow, that's really anal. But honestly, when you're in a hurry, and you want to jump into the box, you want to find your stuff right away. So, here's your boat bag. You put in all your fly boxes like this. Now, take that one out. But you can see, how great is that? I mean, really. You got everything right here. You still have room for other pieces of gear, sunscreen, insect repellent, whatever it is you're putting in your boat bag. You can understand why guides who are in drift boats all day, or the stillwater anglers that are out on a lake all day, why this makes total sense. Having an organization like this with the different types of fly boxes all set up in these Mayo fly boxes. And by the way, in case you're wondering, you can get these at fly shops. I hear they're not that common to find. Most of the competitive guys I know in Canada were telling me that what they do is they buy them directly from the distributor in North America. I'll have the information on how to buy these at the bottom of the description in the video box. But before you ask, I'm not being sponsored by them. There might be other good quality boxes out there. I don't know. These boxes are so well built. It's like some of the products that come out of Germany and Japan. They're just so well built, and they're worth a little bit extra money. These boxes, by the way, are $10. They're not that expensive, and the build quality is really fabulous. And I want to talk about something. This is where the feedback I get from viewers is so important. When I did my last video and I was showing all the fly boxes, somebody said, do you put silica in the boxes? Of course. What a great idea. And the same applies to these. So, at the end of the day, you come back off the river. What are you going to do? Open your boxes, lay them out, and let them dry. But let's say you're in a rush, you can't get them all dry, or just normal storage, silica bag. The things you get all the time in different packages you buy. Just keep some of them. Stick them in a blank spot you leave in your box, close it up, bingo. It'll help prevent any corrosion on your hooks or any rotting or deterioration of your flies. So the boxes are really great. As I said, they come in different sizes. This one is the 3020NS, which is really convenient for the boat bags, but they also work in sling bags. This is my Orvis Slingbag, and as you can see, fit in very nicely here in the top, front pocket. It's not going to fit in all bags, and there's different companies. Sims makes these, Fish Pond, etc. They're all good bags, but most of these and some of the smaller versions of these work really well. They even work in my old Hardy bag, which I've had for a long time. And look at that. You could probably put 4 or 5 of these in there real quick. Now, one thing I will tell you, a little safety tip, and this comes from going down into the Caribbean and you've got clear boxes. It doesn't matter if it's these boxes or any boxes. Don't leave these out in the sun, because what's going to happen is it actually heats up. You'll get a lot of moisture in there, but if it's hot enough, they'll actually start melting your flies. And I've had my shrimp patterns, my little crab patterns. When I was in the Bahamas, I let a box sit there on the floor all day and just never paid attention to it. End of the day, I opened it up and looked, and there were little puddles around where all my flies were. So you don't want that to happen. So in summary, what's really great about these fly boxes is that they help you to get organized, because you can label them on the ends. You can label them on the outside, but I don't think you need to up here in the front, because you can see what the flies are. You can put them by category, like this one's poppers. You can put them as large dry flies. You can put them as mice patterns, woolly buggers, streamers. Do it by species, just like your fly boxes. They can be used as a means of replenishing your fly boxes when you're on a trip. So you bring some of these and you leave them back at the lodge, or you leave them in your vehicle. You can go in there and get more flies. You can still bring your fly boxes, or they can replace your fly boxes if you're going on drift boat trips, or you're going in a boat, or if you're like me and they fit in some of the bags that are out there, like these sling bags, which I really like. You can put 2 or 3, 4 of these in there, and they'll cover all your flies, maybe a few other boxes to cover the smaller flies that won't be applicable to these, or you can get the smaller versions of these. They work really well. Again, if you're looking for these, you can find in our description how to buy them. I'll give you the website for the North American distributor. And for people over in Europe, because I know we have a lot of viewers in Europe, my understanding is they're also well distributed throughout Western Europe, even in Russia. They're easily accessed. Great build fly boxes, and something you should consider, because I think the reason why the competitive fly fishers like these so much is because they help them keep organized, and the quality is just outstanding.